psychic news network. We need a lot of light, so I need to light a candle. Let's do this while I'm waiting for you all to arrive. Hang on. I give up. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not doing that right now. I don't want to fuss with it. How you all doing? What's up? It's Ash Wednesday, so I decided to wear Vibuti. Since it's Ash Wednesday. I know that everybody's freaking out. Doesn't take a psychic. I know that this is probably unprecedented in terms of how you've ever expected our democracy to go. The fact of the matter is, you cannot call what we're in presently a democracy. Because that's not what we're presently in. Presently, we are not in a democracy. And the one thing that I know for sure is it's up to us all to turn that fact around. I was in Boston yesterday. You guys saw the live stream. My guides have told me again and again and again. And Navalny has told me too. That the thing that's going to turn this around is we, the people. We are not in it's not a dictatorship. It's more of an oligarchy. It's an authoritarian takeover. It's not a democracy. And the only thing that's going to turn this around, let's think about it. The Revolutionary War was about someone across the ocean dictating what happened to our earliest settlers, our founding fathers, our revolutionaries. There was somebody across the pond dictating what happened for the earliest Americans. His name was George III. And now his name is Vladimir Putin. Darren, stay safe. You're under severe thunderstorm warning. It's getting to be that time of year. Right? Right? Okay, so we have to face the monster. This is the time that we're in. It's interesting. In a way, when you know what you're dealing with, in a certain way, it's better to know what you're dealing with than to be completely clueless. And so now we're in the zone of we know what we're dealing with. We know exactly what we're dealing with. I mean, I posted a picture that I found online somewhere. If you go to my community page, you'll see it. It's pretty funny. Of Putin and Trump in bed with pink jammies together. Pretty funny. But we do have to laugh in order to get through it. We do. We have to laugh in order to get through it. Darren's thunderstorm warning has been lifted. Yay, yay. You know what I mean? We have to laugh to get through it. Did you guys see that? It's funny but gross. I know, but it is. They're in bed together. That's that's a business term. What a visual, right? Oh, we've seen others. How about the one of the orange buffoon kissing Elon's feet? Now, most of you know that I've already said I had no intentions of watching that dictator delusion. The delusional dictator speech. The gaslighting is off the charts. It's off the freaking charts. For him to be standing there and saying, I mean, basically what he's saying is, America's great for the oligarchs. Oh, America's great for the oligarchs, right? And if you didn't catch Bernie's talk afterwards, definitely check that out. And is it Slotkin and representative in the state of Michigan, Amy? She was amazing. And I just want everyone to get it down in their souls. It's up to we, the people. The guidance has never been stronger. The only way we conquer is to beat them at their own game. He was Mussolini. Yeah, can't speak English. Hello. Like, yeah, try. He's such a dictator. Or Bill Cosby braiding Trump's hair. Interesting. You watched the speech, Maria? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, there's only a certain amount of, like I was telling our friend Barbara, who's not in the chat tonight, but I was saying to her earlier, it's like, for me, this is what it feels like. And by the way, hats off to Jimmy Kimmel, who I love Jimmy Kimmel more and more, and I haven't heard Stephen Colbert's monologue last night, but I heard it was amazing. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned, to actually have watched that last night would have been, for me, like if somebody said to you, go into this room, this tiny room with stinky cheese and stinky whatever, and the worst fumes ever imaginable, and go in that room and close the door and be stuck there. Because that's what it would have felt like to me to watch the delusional, the speech of delusion. And Al Green was great, and I really, really, really wish that some of the Democrats had gotten up with him and walked out with him. But, you know, we just got to take what we can get right now. Yeah. You were picking lint off your shirt and didn't watch? What was I doing? I was visiting my mom. And I was watching, interestingly enough, I'm a big fan of Rick Steves. And Maria, you watched it with the sound off last night? I mean, I don't even know how you could have stand to look at him. Anyway, good for you. So I was watching Rick Steves. Rick Steves has been doing travel shows. It was originally on PBS for about 40 years. And so last night we were watching the one about, is it Louis the 14th or Louis the 15th? I never get the number right. Back in, it was interesting because back in around the same time that Pluto was in Aquarius, back in the time of the American Revolution and the French Revolution, you cannot believe, maybe you already know this, maybe you've already seen it, but he was showing the opulence and the just disgusting amount of wealth that they had back during the time of the French Revolution, until like the monarchs were considered like the closest people to God. And it's mind-boggling how much wealth the monarchy had back then. By the way, you don't know what's going on with the Democrats, so we can't really attack them too much. We'll get into that. Yeah, gold-plated everything. So actually, I'm going to ask the pendulum. I think it was a Louis the 14th or Louis the 15th. Anyway, it's all the same because it was all the same, monarchy family. No wonder the French people got so pissed off. They ended up chopping off their heads. And for that matter, later in history, the people were pretty angry at Mussolini. Anyway, hats off to you all that were able to watch that. Yeah, Marie Antoinette, Louis the 14th, thank you. I didn't know if I had my number right. Louis the 14th. And that was Pluto in Aquarius. Look what happened to Mussolini. And that was, I don't know where Pluto was then. We'll have to talk to Kathy Beale. We're going to do a show on Friday. Details about that when they're formed up. You have pictures of you in front of the German king, crazy, loaded with gold. Gold, 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 gold. I did read a Substack from a Ukrainian writer. I think I saved it. I'll share it when I get to it. And it was a Ukrainian person who's a writer who was writing about Ukrainians. And just really, Pluto needs to come for Trump. And he was talking about the Ukrainian people, and what the Ukrainian people value is not money at all. And what the Ukrainian people treasure is each other and their country and the simple things of life, right? The simple things of life. And if it makes you feel any better, and I do say this often, if you're the kind of person that could never be cruel to another human being, or even or anything, any living thing, if you could just, if you're the kind of person that could never be cruel to another human being, if you're the kind of person that could only be kind, and not out of being forced, just naturally. If you're the kind of person for whom, if you have enough money to get by, that's good. It's nice when you have a little bit more. Then you are a very wealthy human being. So what this Ukrainian writer was saying on a Substack about the Ukrainian people is they don't give a rat's ass, those are my words, about all these riches and all this greed. And those people are miserable, and they'll never really get what life is all about. Carrie's saying, I thought Annette wasn't religious. I'm wearing vibhuti, which is holy ash from India, because it's Ash Wednesday. I'm highly spiritual. Have y'all not figured that out by now? No, I decided since it's Ash Wednesday that I would wear some holy ash. It's from Sadhguru's ashram. And also, while I'm thinking of it, today I started for members only. I'm doing a series daily for 40 days from Ash Wednesday to Palm Sunday. Whether you were brought up Christian or not, doesn't matter. All religions got so powerful mostly by making the people feel like they were little POSs throughout history, just like the monarchs. They're all connected. And I'm doing this series. I wrote a book that's 40 essays, and I'm reading each essay and talking a little bit about the content. So, yeah, it's called Vibhuti. It makes my third eye work better. And also off the ledge. Dad joke. I ate a whole clock yesterday. It was very time consuming. And speaking of ashes, I saw a clip of Adam Schiff grilling somebody in some energy department. I don't know who it was. I didn't get the details. I wasn't paying that much attention. I should have. But this guy had ash, like he had been to church. He had like holy ash on his forehead, sweating like unbelievable. And Adam Schiff kept asking this guy, I'll find out more. I'll find out the title and I'll post it. He kept asking this guy about, do you think that fossil fuel burning could be a contributor to global climate change? And the guy kept lying. He kept saying no. He kept saying no, 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 no. While he had these holy ashes from Ash Wednesday on his forehead, he just sat there and he lied. So that's the level of hypocrisy we're dealing with. When somebody is filled with that much greed and that much fear and that much hypocrisy, why do they even go to church? So, look at me, I'm shuffling my nefarious cards just to get kicked off, to get started. Oh, me oh my, I've done it again. Oh, here's my pendulum. I wanted to ask a question. Will the orange buffoon suffer bad consequences for him because of that speech? Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, what a hypocrite, right, Maria? This guy with all these, like, some people keep their ashes on. I never used to when I went to the Catholic Church, but to each his own. Lying his head off with ashes on his forehead. Give me a break. The question I was asking, I'm blabbering, I know. The question I was asking is that State of the Union, whatever the hell that was, what, was it going to have a negative effect on him? Yes, yes. You don't believe in religion anymore? Yeah, well, who needs dogma? Dogma is created by men, not women. Okay. Anyway, as far as that 40 days to releasing religious guilt, if you're a member, it's set to members only. I'm trying to convince people that being a member is worth it, and I haven't been able to send out affirmations because I don't have any help right now. So in lieu of that, you'll be able to see classes and stuff because you're a member. Plan to quit Amazon soon. I told a good friend of mine that I quit Amazon. He kind of hyperventilated. I was like, I understand. It's not easy if you've been used to it. 3 cards about Putin. Thank you, Warren. The membership is worth it. That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for members. Since I'm not sending out the affirmations anymore until I get help. 3 cards about Pootie. Pootie! How's Pootie? You got kicked off by mistake? Yeah, it happens. Just resubscribe. Okay, whenever I read on Putin, I get the 10 of Pentacles. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money and the power and the greed. It's all about the money and the power and the greed. This is Putin. He's just hanging around waiting until Putin is waiting, and he's planning for the Trumpy to hand the United States over. That's Putin. He just wants more and more and more money. Now we're going to take a look at that, or something about that. He's waiting for, when I think about Putin, I get the sense of like, he's just waiting. This has been a long-term plan, right? He signed up the Orange Buffoon in the 80s, in the late 80s, to do his bidding, to be a spy, to be a Russian asset. When will we be able to decertify these wasters? We'll get there. But I really picked this up about Putin, that he's sitting there and he's just like, oh, okay, the next step, I don't know how he talks, I don't even care, is he's just waiting for the Orange Buffoon to hand our country over. That's just waiting. And last night's, whatever the hell we'll call it the dictator's delusional speech. The delusional dictator speech was a show for the Kremlin. They're performing for the Kremlin. That's why I couldn't watch. Many reasons I couldn't watch. That was one. They're performing for the Kremlin. The rest of the world does know that the Orange Buffoon is handing our country over. So what we're going to read on next is, I'm going to pull a few cards about the Orange Buffoon. You want me to rant? I'm doing pretty good tonight. I'm keeping a cool head. Must be the vibhuti on my third eye. Yeah, they're such puppets with zero gall. And, earlier I said, it's better to know exactly what you're dealing with than to not know exactly what you're dealing with, collectively. It really is. It's better to know. And for those of us who have been screaming from the rooftops for the past 5 years, like, everybody wake up, and there's a lot of us. It's like, see? It's kind of like a little bit of a relief in a certain way. See? You can't deny it. You heard the 2 female Democrats actually walked out? That's good. I hope. Oh, he was ranting last night. I thought you were talking about me ranting. Thank you, Warren, for putting my information up. If you send me a donation, I haven't been to the post office yet this week. I'll go tomorrow or Friday. Okay, the Orange Buffoon. Okay. Okay. Thank you for being here. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. And when we have 200 thumbs up, we are going to do a group hug. The next 50-51 rally. Let me talk about that before I read on the orange buffoon. I have the cards in my hand. Let me tell you about 50-51. It's 50501. They started 6 weeks ago. I hope this inspires you. In 6 weeks, they pulled together protests in all 50 states. And it's been a little hard to find where they are, but people are finding 50501. I did talk to them last night about performing at the event on March 15th, or at least playing my songs. My songs were played in Western Mass at a Swing Blue Alliance protest event. It's starting to happen. Get in with 50501, 50-51. It stands for 50 protests in 50 states for one cause, which is to save our democracy from fascism. It's going to grow. It's going to grow quickly. Remember, the orange buffoon was Mussolini in his past life. The thing he fears the most is the people turning on him. I keep saying it. You think that a lot of people wanted to puke last night? Things start moving forward in the right direction. Yeah, of course the people wanted to puke last night. I mean, that's why I didn't watch it. Why would I just can't even believe that people could watch it. It's just, I guess, it's just me. The orange buffoon. I think you guys are gonna like this. What did you just say? We need to protest every day and pray to Putin to get Trump? Oh, Pluto. I thought he said Putin. Sorry. I was like, Putin to get Trump. But since I read that wrong, I did hear that that the Kremlin has their assassin ready. I read that they want to get him. I don't know how true it is, but it seemed like a reliable source. Anyway, reading on the orange buffoon, justice and the world. Hello for the emperor. Thank you guys for being so very, very clear. Yeah. All right, let's do a little psychic quiz. Let's do a little psychic quiz. I'm reading on the orange buffoon. Justice, the world, the emperor. The emperor is done. I understand that we want to see the news just to make sure that we're up to date on what's going on. But I want to tell you, when you watch too much of the news and you see, and even YouTube channels, when you do that, it throws you off your game. It throws you off your game. And I'm speaking from experience. All right? China's dancing around Russia. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? 200 thumbs up and we'll do a group hug. And you know that we need to do a group hug. Praise the universe. Yeah, those are the cards we wanted to see. Criminality has a shelf life. I know that for the orange buffoon, the shelf life is really, really extended. But he's a miserable, miserable human being. I did see a picture of him at the podium last night, and he was leaning on the podium, and any of you who watched, he probably was the whole time. He was leaning slanted. Did you guys see that? Does that look strong? He's way past shelf life, right? Did you see how he was? He really is miserable. So, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, just be happy that you're happy. All my people here are happy people. And if you're sad, we lift you up. Just be grateful. You know? Glaring at the Democrats. And then, what did he say? This is why you have to watch Jimmy Kimmel. from last night. He had a good one-liner for that one. That, you know, Dumpy was. He literally had the gall to say the Democrats, they won't like me, or, you know, unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3 cards about the American people. If you're a member and you have Catholic guilt or Jewish guilt or any kind of guilt, really, I have a members only 40 days to releasing religious guilt, getting your life back. It's a live stream set to members only for 40 days. It started today on Ash Wednesday. Yes. He said the Dems don't like him. Yeah, I mean, they're in their own little fascist bubble. It's unbelievable. It really is. Never seen anything like it. The American people, oh yeah, we're hurting. We're hurting. But the pain, through the pain, we get strength. Hey Gigi, welcome to the world. A is for apple and B is for bananas. So then what is C for? It's what? It's an explosive. I'm lost. Too much on my mind. Thank you for joining. So the members will be able to access the member-only video. It's just a subscription. You know, you can pick any of the 3 levels. Oh, C4 is an explosive. That one right over my head, Thomas. The American people, yes, suffering greatly at what seems to be coming down the pike. Yeah, welcome new members. All right, thank you for the compliments. This pain makes us strong. Our pushing back makes us strong. In the same way that resistance training in a gym makes you stronger. It's really only when we're forced to get our asses off the couch. Best way I can put it. It's only then that we fight. I said at the start of the Putin invading Ukraine that we all needed to find our inner Ukrainian, because that's what my guides kept saying. Americans need to find their inner Ukrainian. And what did the idiots do? The idiot people. They started like saying we shouldn't support them. The American people are hurting. This is a very frightening time. This is the most frightening time ever. So, but that's going to make us strong, because we're going to fight for our brothers and sisters. Linda, I'm not answering that. We're going to fight for our brothers and sisters. I only answer what the guides tell me to answer. And the 7 of Rods is us working. This is us working. This is us working effectively and hard. Every single person here, I want to know that you're an activist. Yeah, I want to know that you're an activist. And I want you to know, too, that I know from my experience, as long as I'm engaged in helping us save our country from this fascist coup, I feel better. Yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, you called your Republican Ted Cruz. Yuck. Ugh. Good for you. What I did yesterday, yes, it was yesterday or the day before. I called all my representatives in my state. What I did was I just Googled Massachusetts state representatives to have all their names in front of me. I called every single one and told them how angry I am. And I was calm about it. That our national security is way at risk. And I honestly believe that it's our prayers and our intentions and our love for one another that's keeping us safe right now. I really do. I really do. Okay, so, yeah, putting your suggestions up, great. Yeah, good. Yeah, whatever you can do. Now, I'm going to pull 3 cards about Kamala Harris. If two wrongs don't make a right, what do two rights make? An airplane? We heard that one the other night. What kind of doctor is Dr. Pepper? A fizz chart. Thomas, you're killing me. 3 cards. You didn't hear what, Doberman puppies? 3 cards about Kamala. I just want to see what she's doing. 3 cards about. I just want to see what Kamala's up to. You've been an activist since you were a hippie. I've been an activist since I was in high school. I can't stand injustice. I should have been a lawyer. I would have hated that. Being a psychic picked me. And a musician. All right. Kamala. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for being so with me and clear tonight. I'm reading about Kamala. And I have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is usually Kamala. Even in the Nefarious cards deck, she comes up as part of the little story in the Nefarious cards deck. It's Queen of Swords. And the High Priestess. So the Queen of Swords is Kamala. The High Priestess is there's something in secret happening. And the Page of Cups. It's up to we the people. It's up to our emotional energy and our passion. Yesterday's rally was really great. It was really great. Doberman Puppies is a singer. Why do you call yourself Doberman Puppies? Because you have them? Good for you. Wow, nice. Just curious. So those are interesting cards about Kamala, aren't they? Very much so. I'm going to pull, because now, just know that I often don't read on very, very emotionally charged questions, just because usually I get to not read on something that's heavily based on time frame or a really charged question. So, I am going to do this. I'm going to pull 3 cards and, I'm just going to pull 1 card from this deck, which is a timing deck, which is just kind of fun for me. I'm just going to ask a simple little question like, when can we expect to hear from Kamala? Just something, like a talk or a speech. And by the way, remember last week the NAACP video of her speaking when she got an award was taken down, and I need to just write myself a note to pursue that, because to get to the legal team at the NAACP you have to fill out a form and all this stuff. Can't just do it in a phone call. So anyway, that was the last time that we saw Kamala, and she gave an amazing speech. So so that's sunrise. We'll hear from Kamala at sunrise. Let's pull another card to get more clarity about that. Just for fun. Just for fun. When will we hear from Kamala? At sunrise and sunset. Isn't that interesting? At sunrise and at sunset. I think there's a message there. I think there's a message there. Okay, we'll pull 1 more just for the fun of it. When will we hear from Kamala? In winter? It's still winter. 1 more. At sunrise and sunset in winter. It's still winter. Within 3 months. Alright, well, there. They're just fun little cards. I think sunrise and sunset was telling us we'll be seeing a lot of her. Time to watch Fiddler on the Roof? No, the cards are not answering, but I liked sunrise and sunset. I thought that was cute. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards about our past administration. What's up with our past administration? Boy, all those MAGAs are going to be missing Joe Biden. The past administration. We need 200 thumbs up to do a group hug. Help us out. I know some of you are watching TV and you can't really get the thumbs up on TV. That's why we don't get as many as we want. The last administration. They're waiting it out, people. They're waiting it out. The Two of Cups. I always get twos. I get Twos of Wands and Twos of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. This is really, it's the last administration. The Ace of Pentacles, they have their eye on the prize, but they're kind of at rest, obviously. The last administration is, you know, kind of, they exhausted a lot of, they kind of did everything that they could do. And, oh, you can like when you're watching from TV. Have at it. The Two of Cups looks like there are sort of communications going on and negotiations. The last administration is what I'm reading on. And yeah, they're totally burned out. They've been fighting this stuff for a long time. But these two cards are hopeful because that means there's communication still happening and the eye is on the prize to take down this fascism. Let's ask the pendulum a question. Let's ask the pendulum, are our allies going to make a move to help? I have a yes. Remember, they don't want our economy to crash. It's crashing now, but the rest of the world does not benefit. It's not like it doesn't affect them. Our allies and the rest of the world do not get helped by America crashing and burning. So I really want you to, and that's a strong yes. So the question is, are our allies planning to offer help? And I have a yes. It's not all about just us. It's about the entire world. You know what I'm saying? I almost forgot. I have tea leaves tonight. I promised you some tea leaves. Was Mike Johnson arrested for a DUI? When? You mean recently? I feel like he was, but I don't feel like he was recently. I don't know where you heard that. I mean, my impression is that a lot of people have been pulled over for DUIs. How is it relevant? What's more relevant about MAGA Mike, the Moses Christian Johnson, who smiles when he talks about taking health care away from the disabled and children and food away from them. Well, the more interesting question about MAGA Mike is, why doesn't he have a bank account? Will Europe march on Moscow? What do you mean? Mike J is evil too? Well, yeah. Thank you, Marby. Well, yeah. You want to know if Europe will send troops into Moscow? I don't get that it will be troops. Are we going to see, I'm not going to say World War III. What I'm going to say is, are we going to see a lot of countries uniting and taking action against Putin? Are we going to see a lot of countries uniting, a group of them, and taking action on Putin? It's up in the air. It's up in the air. I'm not answering that question, Rita. Ukraine bombed an oil refinery deep in Russia. Poland is ready. Okay, so it's not decided yet. Are they moving into, like, the EU and our allies? They're still our allies. Are we moving into a time when it's likely the trajectory is that they will take military action against the Kremlin, yes. They don't have the plan formulated yet, but it's definitely leaning towards they will take action against Moscow. Do we have a troll? Thank you for slaying the troll. It does look like that. Let's pull 3 cards about it. Todd the Troll. I remember Todd the Troll. Send the troll some love. It must suck to be a miserable person. 3 cards about our allies. Oh, the poor dear. The poor dear. All right, the poor dear troll. 3 cards about our allies. Our allies are let me remind you, or maybe you didn't know, but I mentioned it on Monday, that Norway, yeah, I'm talking about our allies. Norway refused to refuel the United States Navy ships that are off of the coast of Norway, which was just like kind of a routine thing. This was just like several days ago. And Norway said, you cannot refuel here until you get rid of Trump. So our allies are, I'm going to read about this a little bit more, and I have 3 cards in my hand about our allies. But what we're going to hear from them, I believe, is more of that. Not until you get rid of Trump. We're not going to help you until you get rid of Trump. We're not, and it's really, I'll read on this too. The reason we're in this effing mess that we're in is because there are so many people in our Congress that stole their seats, that engaged in voter suppression and got gazillions of dollars from big oligarchs, and Citizens United should have never been a thing. And then we had Moscow Mitch, and we've just had people, they had a meeting, they went to the Kremlin, a whole bunch of them in 2018. The Orange Buffoon handed our intelligence secrets the first day he was in office in 2017. I think it was the first day. Handed over our national secrets to Lavrov and the other one, or however you say his name. Yeah, the elections have been stolen for a long time now. So that's why we're in the mess that we're in. And the only thing that we need to do is to get those MAGAs in Congress to be scared enough that the price is too big for them to pay, that they will actually, thank you Darren, that they will actually have a moment where they go, maybe I shouldn't destroy the whole country. Maybe I shouldn't contribute to that. But right now I'm going to read on our allies. 10 of Pentacles, they're following the money. They're strong. Our allies are strong, and they're going to take a stand, and they're going to say, we're not going to help you until you get rid of Trump. That's what Norway did. There's a lot of strength here. There's a lot of strength here. This is, whoa. This is our allies. Very strong. Now that actually the world has gotten stronger. It's resistance training. Yeah, maybe that will be it. Maybe they feel like Rose is saying, maybe they don't want to go to jail for Trump. Yeah, our allies are strong. Let's ask this: are we going to see more of that? They're offering us. They'll help us if we get rid of Trump. It's very simple, isn't it? We just have to oust him. Are more going to do that? Yep. So it's up to the people. It's up to us. It's up to we the people to overthrow him. So simple. It's so simple. Dad joke, I used to be against organ transplants, but then I had to change of heart. Thank you for making us laugh. Okay, so, will we remain in NATO? It's going around in a circle. We're going to have to pray for us to remain in NATO. Let's ask this. Is the energy going towards us removing? Yes, it's going towards us removing Trump. The energy is going towards us removing Trump. So is the energy right now? Understand that when I'm reading where the energy is going. That's how psychics predict the future. I know that might be elementary, but things can shift and you know, change the trajectory somewhat. So in the present, with the present trajectory of energy, are we going to leave NATO? It's giving me the runaround. So that just tells me that there are several people, the muskrat included, that are pushing for us to get out of NATO. Not answering that, Warren. I've already answered that. Yeah, some things are in flux. So that's in flux. But the reason I'm not getting a strong no that we're not going to leave NATO is because it's all up. It's up in the air because we have Elon and we have MAGA Moses Mike who thinks he's a Christian. We have the dumpster fire, the orange dumpster fire. We have all those that I don't know what Putin has on them, but they're all in bed with Putin too. Gross. and they're pushing. Electrostorm, don't say things that are fatalist. Can you remove it? Because you know the rules. We need 6 more thumbs up and we'll do a group hug. Thank you. This is my next thing that I was going to say, Electrostorm, was it's up to us to use our minds. No, NATO will not kick us out. The only thing that will happen is the orange buffoon tries to kick us out. And I did read on before that Biden put something in place that meant we weren't going to be leaving NATO. So let me read on that now. I did see that before. And Elon is in a damn big hurry. Are you rolling your eyes, awesomeness? Damn big hurry. Hello. Is Elon in a hurry because he's nervous about what could happen to him? Yes. It's all right if you're late, Barbara. Did you see him in one of those stupid meetings? I'm saying stupid because just like last night's buffoon speech, did you see him in that meeting when he was just saying, we have to hurry up? Elon was saying, we have to hurry up and we have to hurry up and get these cuts, right? As people are suffering. We have to hurry up and get these cuts. Did you see like how anxious he is? He's in a big hurry. Let's read on that. Oh, we have 200 thumbs up. Thank you. Let's read on Elon and then we'll do a group hug. The muskrat. I need a better nickname for him. We got to work on that. Some people are calling him EM. That's boring. Let's have a name the muskrat contest. You guys want to join that contest? Muttley? We'll have to vote. He's legit out of his mind. Yes, it's very frightening that the 8 billion people on this planet and 2 madmen that we won't even talk about it. 3 cards about him. The rat? Yeah, the rat. That's good. I guess I want to be more like descriptive. Husking his children. Husking his children of the corn. That's pretty good. You made me spit. Starboy. No, that's too pretty. Melon husk. Radis preacious? Oh, that's too long. Cockroach, space rat. I like space rat. We're reading on him. He's a mess. He is a royal mess. Elon the Destroyer. Yeah, that's accurate. How many times do I get this Ten of Pentacles? The snake, yep. Remember the snake poem, the orange Edison's Apprentice? No. The snake story that the loser would always say at his rallies, and I mean, talk about stupid people. He used to say that stupid snake poem, you always knew I was a snake before you let me in. Like, do you remember the snake poem? What was the point of that? I mean, these people, they just tell us. Yeah, Muskrat's too cute for the evil guy. So it's really disturbing around, like, this is pointing, how often I get the Ten of Pentacles. It doesn't matter which deck I'm using. The Ten of Pentacles. This is massive, massive, massive. Thank you for that good visualization, Angela M. I see the military coming to the White House and arresting Dumpy. Massive amounts of money. You want to call him Sketch? The Muskrat. Dr. Evil. Yeah, since he has a mini-me, right. Page of Wands. Really trying to get those boys, those hacker boys, to do more. And Elon, the Four of Swords, he is wasted. He's not sleeping. That has a shelf life. He's not well. I've heard some people say that they think that Elon is ill. I have a yes on that. Yeah, he's ill. He's physically ill. That's a very strong yes. Is a muskrat, is it bad? It's bad. Interesting. That's a wow. I'm just going to go down this road a little bit. Is it terminal? It's not terminal. Physically and mentally, well, they're very, 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 very much connected. That's why I always tell people, take good care of yourself. When will Clarence Thomas kick the bucket? I don't predict death. I don't predict times of death. Is it all addiction? Yes. I think he's taxing his organs. The muskrat. I think he's taxing his organs, and he's not sleeping. He's autistic. That's neither here nor there. Tina, that's neither here nor there. Seriously. And nobody has the evidence on that, right? Is he? Are we gonna know about it? No, they're not. They're not gonna know about it. So that kind of brings me to this. Oh, well, first we have to do a group hug. Ketamine, I pick up that it's just like a heavy drinker, that ruins your liver. There's no way around it. When it's done repeatedly, and he's constantly doing drugs, as is the Orange Buffoon too. We're going to read on his health. Just for a sec. And then we'll do... So then it's terminal is like, you know, like cancer that can't be cured. That's terminal. How do you get hooked on ketamine? How does anyone get hooked on anything, Amanda? Him and his drug abuse. It looks like it's going to be hidden, but it also looks like it's not going to stop, and it's going to become, even though he's going to attempt to hide it, just like Dumpy tries to hide his health issues, it'll be obvious. His drug abuse is obvious. So the Five of Wands, it's a real struggle for him. The Six of Swords, it's a real struggle. I feel like he can't live without it. Boy, that wind's picking up. It's very clear. It becomes very clear. All right, group hug. Group hug. Dumpy. That's what a lot of people call him. Christine liked that. Still cold here in New England. Warming up a little bit. How are you guys doing weather-wise? Yes, 45's White House was a pill mill giveaway, right? He wants to be like the guy in the movie Limitless. I haven't heard of that movie. I'll check it out. If it's not too dark. I don't like to watch anything too dark. Nowadays I have to counter all the dark news with like silly sitcoms. But I quit Amazon and they don't make it easy, so I'm not even sure if my account's been closed. We're doing a group hug. Oh, Limitless is a TV show? Getting mixed rain and snow. Yeah, March comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb. If you spent as much time with the orange buffoon, you'd want to do drugs too. Group hug. I'm just thinking about the group hug topic. We'll do like before. The group hug that all the people are united. The people united will never be defeated. That's a rally chant. I have some rally chants myself that I made up. Snowing. Yeah, you guys are all having cold weather. Especially, okay, so we're going to hug that the people of the United States, we're going to hold it in our minds during our hug, that the people of the United States are united. United. One cause. Oust fascism. And also let's think about all the people who are absolutely mortified, scared, terrified at the cruelty. And the ones that are struggling. Let's do a big group hug for all of that. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Everybody hug! Thank you. My guy just saying, they got nothing on us. Our energy is so powerful, and that's what you have to remember. We all have to remember that. These are weak human, and then for that matter, Putin too. Yeah, dangerous, but weak, energetically weak. We be strong, right? Yeah, they are energetically weak. Just tune into them. I mean, if you do psychic work at all, tune into the muskrat. It's like, gosh, he's so weak and weird. He's weak and weird. WW. Maybe I'll call him WW for weak and weird. The people united will never be divided. I know that's what I was saying because it rhymes, but they say defeated. Shall we look at some tea leaves? Thank you for joining me tonight. Please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. Tomorrow night, every single Thursday, I do a live stream from 7 to 7:30. We do a guided meditation for a healed America. I talk to everyone for 15 minutes, and then the second 15 minutes, we do a guided meditation. If you want to calm yourself down, do a guided meditation from one of the Thursday night lives, okay? The other thing I want to mention is Sadhguru's app, Miracle of Mind, which I showed to you a few days ago, okay? Because that's going to help you to calm down. Please come tomorrow night, everyone. Thank you, Amanda. The meditations work. I mean, I've been thinking about this uprising of the American people, and I think, we did meditate on that. We did a lot of guided meditations that I think I'm seeing the effects of. We will get through this. The people are strong. Michael, you didn't miss the tea leaf reading. Michael left to do a phone call, he said. Fresh candles for tomorrow. Good, good, good. All right. We have a lot going on at the bottom of the cup. I want to also mention that there's an eclipse coming up on the 14th. Just get your defenses up in terms of how do you stay strong in the midst of chaos. Because it's going to be chaos, but it's been chaos. Take good care of yourself. Okay? Take really good care of yourself. Really important. And that's, that's guidance that's coming in really strongly. Take really good care of yourself because you're energetically stronger. So eat a lot of vegetables, eat a lot of fruits, get exercise. I know it's hard when it's frigid out. Okay. I'm all about telling you all to take care of yourselves. This is interesting. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm seeing here, but this looks like somebody. There's an arrow here. See that arrow? It's kind of an interesting shape there. This is an arrow. This is an I see like an that looks like Trump again. Trump is showing up in the tea leaves. Look it. There's his head. There's his hair. There's his nose. This is Dumpy. This looks like a bat. This looks like arrows being shot over his head. This looks like an Aztec, an Aztec warrior priest. He looks awful, right? But they're above him. They're shooting over his head. This is like the shot across the bow. Very interesting. That full moon lunar eclipse is going to be a doozy for him. This looks like a little bit of a mountain, like we're going to this gives me the sense that the moon's going to rise over the mountain, that there's going to be something really transcendent that happens for us. Yeah, that's not good for him, right? That looks like a ganging up. That looks like a pipe. I'm picking up some massive Native American energy here. He was born on a lunar eclipse. Interesting. I'm gonna have a show with Kathy on Friday. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow as we work out the deets. So that looks like a peace pipe, but it's over here, and this is like what's gonna happen as a result of this. Do you see the Native American? It's on the lunar eclipse is on the 14th, right? I'm looking at my calendar. Yes, Friday the 14th. We have PNN then. Next week. This here also looks like a hatchet. That looks like a gun, but this is all it looks like old stuff. It looks like Native American, that looks like a shaman kind of, and they're shooting at him. And it's going right over his head. This is about him not knowing the danger that he's in. Yeah. Whoa, boy. Those tea leaves are amazing. Please know that I appreciate you so much, and I'm so glad that you're here, and my numbers are low because I'm pretty much shadow banned by YouTube. I just learned to live with it. Before you go, reminder, if you're a member, you can watch the members only live stream that I'm doing every day from Ash Wednesday today to Palm Sunday. An essay every day about releasing religious guilt. If you're a member, it's set to members only. I make my income from this, so when you donate, it helps me immensely. My Substack is up. I'm going to write a new article probably to get out by tomorrow or Friday. Paid subscribers help me a lot. Your donations, your memberships help me immensely. I rely on us. We're in this together. I rely on us. When you book a reading, it helps me immensely. And one more thing is I'm running that heavily discounted reading deal through the 11th, which is next Tuesday, okay? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I love you immensely. And Tune in tomorrow. Tell your friends, come meditate with us. PNN is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Join 5051. It's 50501 protests. They're in every state. Check out the rally from yesterday from Boston. I live streamed the whole thing, and I'm hooking up with them. I'm going to be doing a lot of work with them, and I'll probably reactivate grassroots of democracy. Whew. It's a lot. And watch Church of Spirituality and Off the Ledge. Man, busy. Thank you. I love you. See you soon. Namaste.